What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl Sadie's B, aka the FX Inspire, and I am back with another video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. I just want to share my journey, and if you resonate with me, rock with me. But in today's video, I'm gonna go over the 10K Phase 2 challenge where I'm sitting, the trades that I've taken so far and how they're going and what caused me to get into those positions. If you are new to this channel, I have been documenting my prop firm journey. I purchased a 10K and a 5K account from Rocket21 prop firm company, So yeah, we're gonna talk about gold, we're gonna talk about oil, we're gonna talk about NAS, and we're gonna talk about US 30 in today's video because those are the four trades that I have taken so far on the phase 2 account. I am still working on phase 1 of the 5K, which I will have a video coming with an update on that soon, but let's go ahead and get into it. I hope y'all like the new setup. Want to do something a little different. So yeah, we're gonna start off with gold. Let's get straight into it. All right, so I ended up seeing a potential trade on gold on January the 18th. So if I just replay this really fast to kind of show you guys what I saw that we were creating these lower highs, right? Lower lows. And I'm like, okay, the structure on gold seems to be bearish. So where can I get into that? Obviously, I would want to wait for a pullback, seeing a new higher, lower high being created, right? So I took my field from this high to the low. And if you know me by now, I like to trade between the 61.8 and the 50% area. And I always draw a purple zone so that I know where that area of interest lies, right? And usually, if I do limits, I like to put it in the middle of the 61.8 and the 50. But in this particular trade, I went more towards the bottom, towards the 50. And the reasoning was because gold, is a little more volatile. And just in case it didn't want to come all the way up, I wanted it to spike me in if it came anywhere near this area. And if we fast forward, it actually did come to 61.8, but that's not always guaranteed. And that's also seeing in hindsight. So I ended up getting put into the trade on the 19th. If we come out of replay, this is where price currently is. And what I saw was basically this little mini double top. We got a bearish engulfing last Wednesday, and we pulled up pretty much to this neckline. So I'm hoping that from here we can see a break of 2000. And that is pretty much all for that. I'm looking for price to get to 1975, which will, match these lows. And as you can see, price has respected this area multiple times in the past. And I usually like to go for a 1 to 2.5, but because I saw all of these levels of support and resistance, I decided to just go with that 1 to 2 to see if we could at least match this previous low. So if we start to break that, of course, 1950 would be my next target. All right, so if we got oil up next, and if I bar replay, show y'all what I saw. So I basically saw that we were respecting this trend line, creating these higher lows, right? And also from the weekly, I was seeing that we were potentially going to have some bullish momentum. And I also kind of went and looked to the left, and I seen that every time we were in between 70 and 75, we would consolidate, and then we made a big push to the upside. And once again, right here, we had a little mini touch in between here, and then we went to the upside, right? So I'm like, okay, I know history likes to repeat itself, so maybe we would get something similar to that from here. And if I draw that box over here again, you can kind of see what I'm hitting to, right? And also I saw that my bad, I was trying to use another tool, but this camera acting crazy. I saw that we pretty much mirrored this move over here perfectly. And so maybe it was time for a little relief on the downside for oil. And so basically, I missed my initial entry, which I wanted to get in down here off of the bounce of this trend line. We had a nice higher low, and we had a nice hammer candle. That was a great entry for me because I was already, really looking to take oil to the upside. But on Thursday, I ended up seeing this big bullish candle, and it ran right into this area of resistance and support, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. If we can close above here, I will wait for some type of retest and then I will get in. And I know that you're saying, okay, well, you had this green area right here. Why would you want to buy in resistance? And the answer to that is because when you are in an uptrend, the resistance should not matter as much as support, right? I'm not saying that it won't run into a resistance where it actually will reverse, but until price shows you that it's looking to reverse or that price is showing you that bullish momentum is dying down, then you start paying more attention to resistance. But I'm more focused on these support areas because this is where the momentum is building. And I know if we're obviously going to the upside, we have to break resistance in order to keep moving to the upside, right? So that's why I wasn't really worried about being right on this resistance and why it did not hinder me getting into the position. So when we finally got the break above this previous level of support and resistance, we had a nice bullish candle. We um, tapped above. My bad. We tapped above and we made a new higher low. And so I just took my field and I wanted to see where the 61.8 and 50 lined up, and it actually lined up to this purple area that I already had marked out, which was a good indication. So basically, I just wanted to see price come back into this area, and then from there, I would start looking for an entry. And so as you can see, on Tuesday, we popped into this zone. We were not able to break the lows of the previous day's candle, and we started to reject back up. So as we started to come back up, I put my entry right above this bearish doji. As you can see, is literally right above there. And yeah, we have been up from there. So my main target is $80 a barrel. And if we see more bullish momentum, I will continue to hold. But from there, I will move my stops into profit, trailing it up to potentially $85. But I'm really watching this $80 level because of previous um support and resistance, right? So that was all I saw on oil. And this trade is also a 1 to 2. Like I said, I usually like to go for a 1 to 2.5, but because all of this support and resistance is heavy in this area, I just want to see what price is going to do at $80. All right, so Nas, the reasoning for getting into this trade was higher high, higher low, higher high. And obviously we need a higher low if this market is going to continue up or either start a new trend, right? So I don't really know, but I'm expecting to see price come to this area, show me some type of indication of what it wants to do. If not this area, 17 flat, and then we pull up, and if we create a lower high, then I'm definitely looking to take price much further. But as of now, from what I can see, I'm just looking to take price just slightly under 17 flat. Um, but obviously, if it starts to react in this area, I will get out. So as of now, this is considered a counter trend, but I trade off of the daily, so that could be days um of movement. So I'm not gonna just let that go to waste, right? So that was pretty much all I saw for getting into this trade. And I saw at the top, once we broke 17.5, we created this shooting star, and then we had a lower high, and this doji candle took up more than 50% of this previous day candle. And I actually ended up getting out of this position early. As you can see, it is going in my favor nicely. Um, but I closed Friday around like 12:30, I think, somewhere around there, because of my US 30 trade, which I'll talk about in a second. I kind of let fear get to me a little bit, and yeah, so I'm still working on psychology, y'all. Um, but I shouldn't have gotten out of this trade because of a whole nother trade. But we're gonna talk about it. So yeah, I ended up closing out. So what I'm pretty much waiting on this week is to see if we can get some type of retracement back up to this green zone. If we can come somewhere in between here, or somewhere in between all of this, I would look for a re-entry, right? So that is that on NAS. So let's get into the last one, US 30. So US 30 really drove me a little bit, not gonna hold. I was pretty much looking for the same thing that I was looking for on NAS. I was looking for some type of retracement. But now that I'm kind of looking at it, um, price did actually retrace right into this area with this candle right here. Boom. And then showed me a bullish engulfing. That's what I be saying, y'all. So psychology is so important, and not being so hyper focused on one particular direction. Because I was so fixated on shorting US 30, I missed the whole thing of it showing me a higher low and a bullish engulfing candle. Like, this candle literally ate this entire previous day candle and some of the day before's candle, right? That was showing me that price was not ready to come down yet. And so I should have just taken a small loss instead of turning it into a big 245 point loss. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I'm still learning and growing each and every day. And when I make these videos, it's very helpful to go back and see um, how psychology really can blind you in decision making if you let it. You know what I'm saying? If you stay so fixated instead of just being open and flexible to what the market is showing you and just react to that solely. Instead of trying to know the direction and just saying, oh, we got to go this way, you know? So that was definitely a learning lesson for me. But as far as me getting in, it was, like I said, the same reasoning. I was expecting it to actually come down to this 37.5. If I just replay this a little bit more. So when I saw this right here, from the low to the high, right? 50 and 61.8 is here. This is where I was expecting price to come back down to, right? That's where I was expecting price to come back down to. And I just literally overlooked this whole area right there because I was so fixated on it getting down to 37.5. And so yeah, that is a learning lesson, y'all. But that was really all I looked for this particular trade. I saw that we had made new all-time highs, and so I'm like, okay, I know usually with all-time highs comes some type of healthy retracement. But I was just early on the position. I definitely still think that we are going to head to the downside. Um, Let me just get back to okay. I still think that US 30 is gonna head to the downside, but I'm gonna be more patient and wait for price to show me when it's ready to go down. And as y'all can see, literally, bro, tapped me out and literally started to give back all of the gains that it just pumped up on Friday. So yeah, I'll be waiting for some type of bearish reaction off of the daily before I touch US 30 again. And yeah, that'll be all for this video, y'all. I really hope that y'all enjoyed. Um, at the end of this, I will put in a clip of the dashboard and the current P&L on this account. But I hope everybody has an amazing trading week. I hope that y'all stay confident. I hope that y'all stay consistent and just know that win or lose doesn't make you a bad or a great trader. Like just being consistent, showing up every day the same way really makes you a beast trader. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once again, it's your girl Sadie's B, aka the FX Inspire, and we are out. Peace, family. Alright, as promised, I wanted to show you guys the dashboard. As you can see, 10K Rocket21 Challenge Phase 2. If I refresh this. As you can see, win rate 50-50. Been doing this challenge for 9 days. 4 trades so far. We already went over those. And that is the US 30 loss. About $50. And the NAS 100 trade that I told you guys I came out of early. So let's look at the P&L, and that'll be it, y'all. So over to the P&L, as you can see, still got oil running, and we still got gold running. History, the US 30 loss, and the NAS 100 trade that we closed early. We'll click short. Man, got a big old gap to the upside, looking beautiful. And gold, we gapped up as well, but still in profit.